Hello, another cutting of the ties video. This one is specifically about cutting the ties with a feeling. Now, an example of this might be lack of confidence, self-doubt, basically any feeling that's holding you back. We want to release it and we want to let it go. So what I'm going to invite you to do is to take a deep breath and do a loud exhale. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think of your belly button, and I want you to imagine that your belly button has a relaxing button. It works as a relaxing button. And what I want you to do is I want you to gently tap your belly button as you send feelings or thoughts of relaxation from your belly button up and down your body until it goes all the way to your toes and all the way to the top of your head, including down your shoulders to your fingertips. So as you're tapping your belly button, just very gently, you're sending thoughts and feelings of relaxation down your hips, all the way to your knees, to your ankles, to your feet, and into your tippy toes. You're sending it up your belly, torso, back, up to your chest, up to your shoulder blades, across to your shoulders, to your elbows, to your wrists, into your hands, fingers and thumbs. Coming back to where we left off and continuing tapping your belly button as we send this colour, feeling or thought of relaxation into your neck and your head. You can gently release your hand to relax next to you and making sure your eyes are shut. I want you to think of the thought or feeling that you want to release. Quite often it's a negative thought or feeling. And I want you to imagine that thought or feeling. So maybe you're actually seeing the words, maybe you're feeling the words. But I'm going to ask you to be quite vicious in telling these words that it's time to rack off. Use whatever language is appropriate for you. And I want you to imagine that you're almost telling off this feeling, this emotion. And it's like a breakup. It's like you're breaking up with this feeling. And I want you to be quite firm and quite vicious. So I'm going to leave you for a moment to say everything that you need to say to this feeling in this area of dumping them. Now, I want you to ask this feeling if there was any lesson or any purpose for it being in your life. And again, I'm not saying you have to listen, but what I'm asking you to do is ask if there was any lesson behind this feeling. Why was it so prevalent and crippling in your life? Then I want you to, if you feel the need to get some motion or violence out of you, I want you to imagine that you're bashing this word or bashing this feeling. Hit it with a punch, hit it with a kick. You might just want to stare at it, being happy that you're finishing and letting it go. Then I want you to ask for any chords or connections between this feeling and you to show themselves. Now, these will present as a string, as a ribbon, as an energetic connection. Just ask for them to be displayed. I want you to acknowledge these connections. I want you to choose a weapon of choice. Now, for some people, this is a knife, a sword, scissors. And what I want you to do is I actually want you to cut and disconnect from you and this thought, this feeling. Now, your weapon of choice will be up to you. And as you cut each cord, I actually want you to physically and emotionally feel you reclaiming the power back. I want you to think if, for example, you were getting rid of self-doubt, I want you, as you're cutting each cord, begin to feel more and more self-belief in yourself. So as you're cutting the cord for your feeling, I want you to feel the positive inside you begin to build. I want you to check your ears, under your arms, under your feet for all of the cheeky and naughty little cords that are hiding. I want you to take your time and make sure that you get them all. I then want you to kick that feeling out into the universe away from you. It no longer has any connection to you or power over you. I then want you to begin to feel back into your body. And I actually want you to imagine or feel the feeling that you want for yourself. For example, if you were disconnecting from self-doubt, I want you to feel self-belief from your head to your toe. I want you to imagine that you're implanting a seed into your heart of how you do want to feel. So for example, if you were getting rid of self-doubt, I want you to plant into your heart self-belief. And I want you to spread this feeling through your entire body. And I want you to feel, believe, and know that this is how you're going to feel moving forward. And I just want you to bask in that for a moment and enjoy the shift internally. I want you to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms above your head. If you're physically able to, wiggle your legs and get a bit of movement in your body. I want you to open your eyes. Notice the difference that you feel emotionally. I wish to thank you for joining me, and I wish you the best of luck for your journey.